If you're just joining us, we're Derek, Ashley, and Pete, and we're traveling North America in our Class B RV Risky. Last time, we experienced Denali National Park and the surrounding areas by taking a bus tour deep into the heart of Denali and even got to meet the sled dogs that keep the park running. Now, we'll experience Denali a whole different way, from the air. We're taking a plane tour with Talkeetna Air Taxi that circles completely around Mount Denali, and we're even landing on a glacier. Afterwards, we'll explore the charming town of Talkeetna, grab some food at Mountain High Pizza Pie, where I take on the pizza with every ingredient except the mosquitoes, and then stop at a local brewery for drinks while Ashley shares what convinced her to go up in that tiny plane. So strap in as we venture to Mount Denali. Talkeetna Air Taxi has been flying climbers, scientists, and visitors into Denali National Park for decades. They're known locally as the Glacier Landing Company because they complete more glacier landings than anyone else in Alaska and even on Earth. The company is a big part of this community, not just for tourism, but for logistics, rescues, and research flights. They hold a special concession with the National Park Service that allows them to land on glaciers throughout Denali. Flights operate from May through September, and pilots pick landing zones based on the day's weather and snow conditions. Each trip is unique. No two flights are ever the same. Well, we made the drive down from Denali National Park, and today we are doing one of our major bucket list items. We're going to fly to Mount Denali and fly around the mountain. We booked a Denali Grand Tour, which is us being able to see basically every single side of Denali.
Well, we woke up today and got all ready to go, and unfortunately weather is very cloudy on the range right now. So they offered us 3 options, which was very nice of them. I mean, you can't control the weather, but they are very accommodating. So option 1 is go anyway and see what you can see. Option 2, reschedule, or option 3, just get your money back. So we opted to reschedule for later today. So we're going to call back at like 12:30 and see if the 1 o'clock or the 1:31 is going to be okay. We'll see what it looks like.
Which is incredible because now we have nothing to do for the next few days. We can go wherever we want. We're very flexible, and that works out for us. For other people, it may not because they're only here for so long. But for us, I mean, we could wait until the weather is perfect and then book again for that day. So this is awesome for us.
I really want to go today because I have a fear of flying. I have a fear of being in an airplane for some reason. It started in my late 20s for no reason at all. Just anxiety just sneaks up on you. So I took my prescribed for me Xanax 4 flights that expired a year ago. But I'm already like, I took it, so I'm like, it would be nice if I could try to go today.
She looked over at me when the lady was like, I don't know if he'll be able to do it. She just goes,
I don't want to be all weird for no reason. And also we gave Pete his pill too for anxiety. So we're all drugged up, ready to go. So I want to go today. But we'll see what happens. Is it going to wear off? Is it even going to work? It hasn't kicked in yet. So there's 4 different tours here I'm looking at. And we were going to do the one that goes around the mountain. There is one that's more expensive that you land in the glacier and you can walk around for a little bit. And I could see how that's appealing for some people. I've never done it before. We've been on a glacier before. And it's more expensive to do that one, so we were gonna just be fine with the mountain. But she said that when we reschedule for the 1:31, that it's the one that lands on the glacier, and she wouldn't charge us for it. So that's kind of cool.
Well, we're back for day 2. We're gonna see if
the clouds will part.
They're not parted where we're at, but of course Denali is farther away. So let's go in and find out if we're flying today.
Looks like we are going today. We got upgraded. So we will be doing a glacier landing today. I'm still nervous though.
Your pill?
I did take my pill,
okay.
But yesterday I didn't feel a difference, so I think it's expired. But I'm just gonna be like, it's gonna work.
Yeah.
I just wasn't nervous about anything yesterday, so I couldn't tell. That's all. Since we are doing a glacier landing, it says that I need to get little boots because my shoes are not waterproof. So I'm in line for that right now. See if it's fashionable.
Two yellow tickets. Got you all.
I know what I know. But they feel comfortable.
You want to place your boots on where you're rolling?
Well, I said look at the insole.
Oh yeah. Someone's feeling FOMO. Let's take on these glaciers.
We're going to be touring Mount McKinley, which is actually taller than Mount Everest from base to peak.
I'm really excited to see Mount Denali. It's gonna be gorgeous.
Yeah. This Denali Grand Tour does a full tour around all of Mount McKinley, so you get to see every single side of it.
And Mount Denali is so hard to see with all the fog, so this is gonna be guaranteed.
I can't wait to land on a glacier right around Mount McKinley.
Mount Denali. What?
Yeah.
You all can follow me down this way. We got a long
That's the other couple right there.
I'm sorry. I tell people, I'm sorry.
We only made these otters for about 10 years, and they were all made back in the 50s and 60s, so we're going to fly a piece of history today. We take really good care of it, I promise. Got to go over some of the safety features of the airplane before we hop on board. The things that I'm supposed to specifically mention are emergency exits, seat belts, and then what survival gear we carry on board the airplane.
We just took off from Talkeetna and are flying north into the Alaska Range. You can already see the braided rivers that stretch across the valley floor, formed by meltwater from Denali's glaciers. Talkeetna Air Taxi offers several flight options: the Southside Explorer, Mountain Voyager, McKinley Flyer, and this one, the Grand Denali Tour with glacier landing. It's the most complete of them all, circling the entire mountain and covering both sides of the Alaskan Range. As we gain altitude, the terrain shifts from forest to tundra to sheer granite. We pass over massive glaciers, the Ruth Glacier with its mile-high granite walls and 4,000-foot thick river of ice, and the Great Gorge. Denali, or the High One in the Athabascan language, stands above all of it. It was called Mount McKinley for more than a century, but its indigenous name, Denali, has always endured. There's still some debate over which name to use. Both are technically recognized, but Denali reflects the mountain's original identity long before it appeared on Western maps. Earlier, Ashley and I went back and forth with McKinley and Denali, but in the end, Denali is by far our favorite name. Our pilot points out key peaks in the Alaska Range: Mount Foraker, Mount Hunter, and the ridge systems that climbers follow up toward base camp. Now, we've been flying for about an hour, and you can feel the temperature drop as we enter the higher valleys. And there it is, the Glacier landing zone. Time to touch down on one of the most surreal landscapes in North America.
Let me grab this ladder from in between.
Yeah,
you two.
sure. Slide straight forward first. Awesome.
That was on our side. That was so pretty.
We're good to unload.
All right, cool.
We just landed on a glacier.
We're on a glacier. This is a little side note for anyone with flying anxiety. I'm sinking in the snow. I took my it's a Xanax, and it's like the lowest milligram, and it's expired, but it works. And how it works for me is that that you get that pit in your stomach when you're terrified of dying and impending doom. That goes away. So there's no physical, I don't have heart pounding feelings, I don't have that pit in my stomach. All the physical feelings of having anxiety are gone. My mind is still working, like I'm still thinking about things and making sure everything is sounding right, you know, all that stuff still happens, but the feeling of it goes away. So if you have any anxiety of flying and you're wary about taking prescription drugs, that's how it works for me. So it really broadens my world if I can fly. So I would recommend it.
You gonna do this every day?
Every day, 5 times a day.
As we lift off from the glacier, you can really see how Denali's landscape fits together. A network of glaciers, valleys, and peaks shaped by ice and time. These glaciers move incredibly slow, some only a few feet per day, but over thousands of years, they've carved every major valley in this range. Denali's foundation is mostly granite, pushed upward when the Pacific plate slid beneath the North American plate. That's what makes it so resistant to erosion and why it towers 20,310 feet above the sea level, nearly 18,000 feet above the surrounding plain. Just ahead, you can see the upper arms of the Talkeetna Glacier, which stretches more than 40 miles, the longest glacier in Denali National Park. Long, gray streaked and constantly shifting. Meltwater streams trace blue lines across the surface. Even in summer, the movement of ice never stops. This is where most expeditions begin their climb. The scale of it is hard to comprehend. Hundreds of square miles of glacial ice, feeding rivers that eventually flow all the way to the Cook Inlet. As we head south toward Talkeetna, you start to see the colors change. White and blue give way to dark green forests. The Talkeetna River winds through the valley, and the park's highway appears in the distance. What an incredible way to understand this mountain, not just a peak, but as an entire living system. Just finished up, and now we're going to downtown Talkeetna. That's a small calzone?
Look at you and your 37 toppings.
That's shrimp.
Alright, so we are going to have a little lunch and treat yourself for our adventures that we did today. Derek got the Mountain High Pizza Pie. Everything but the mosquitoes. Over 30 toppings. Unnecessary. And I got a small calzone. Doesn't look very small to me, but I'm okay with that. And it has reindeer meat. So as you can see, I have issues with how I feel about animals. Anyways. And we are treating ourselves with a little Pinot Grigio and IPA. Even though I'm on an expired Xanax, probably shouldn't mix those things, but we'll see what happens. Good times. Alright, you had your first piece. Which topping is your favorite?
Topping 22.
Perfect. And my, what is it? Mozzarella, ricotta, and this whole thing is like garlic bread, and then tomatoes or marinara sauce, and green peppers, and reindeer beef sausage. Delicious. Very good.
That pizza was absolutely delicious. But 30 toppings, I ended up looking at the topping list and it added up to 30, so it was everything that they had. Everything that they have for toppings was thrown onto that pizza. Now, Talkeetna even has a cat as its mayor, a tradition that started back in 1997 with a cat named Stubbs. He served for 20 years and became a local legend. Today, the current mayor, Denali, carries on the tradition. You can usually find him lounging around Nagley's general store, though today he must have been out and about.
Letting off a little steam, letting our hair down, relaxing from an adventurous day that we had. We don't normally do things like that, especially this lady right here. No, I don't do roller coasters. I don't do thrill-seeking anything, adrenaline rush, nothing. I don't care about that stuff. Not for me, not my thing. And it's okay if it's your thing, it's just not mine. So if we go to like a theme park, I will go in line and hang out with my husband, a great wife, and then at the very end of the queue, I dip out. He goes and does the ride, and I meet him in the gift shop, and that's how we do it. He's about to do some crazy hike. I'm like, don't seem fun to me. I'm good. I'll sit here. I'll read my Kindle, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes there are adventures or opportunities that I do want to do. I know, it's weird. Like, we did whitewater rafting once, and that was totally out of character for me. I don't even know how to swim. I did it, and it was exciting, and it was cool, and I'm so glad I did it. And then Derek's like, when are we doing it again? I'm like, no. I one's good. We're good. I did it. Check. Done. I did it. It was great. I loved it. Fun, exhilarating. It was like glacier melt in Colorado, right? Colorado Springs. So cold. So when we did get splashed, it was like, but I don't need to do it again. It's okay. I'm not athletic. It's a lot of paddling, but it was fun to do once. So when he showed me videos of this airplane, he totally was like, she ain't gonna do this. I was just gonna show her anyways, and he's just like, here, there's this thing you could do. I'm like, I wanna do that. And he's like, what? And then he made sure to ask me the next day because he thought I was just like crazy or had too much wine or something. I'm like, no, I'll do that. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna book it. You're sure? Yeah, I know, it's out of character. I hate flying, but it was like a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's beautiful. the videos and pictures I seen online, it just seemed like something I really should do. And I knew that I had my little airplane pills, I call them, that will take the edge off. And I'm like, okay, I can do it. They might be expired, but it's fine. I can do it. I'm so glad I did. It was really cool. Will I do it again? I don't know. It depends on what the view is. I mean, if it's another glacier mountain, probably not. I've already done it. If it's going to be like a volcano or somewhere completely different, I'd probably do it again. It was not bad for me at all. It was really, really nice, easy, breezy, and I would do it again. But that's the thing about me, is you never know what you're going to get. Either I'm going to go, no thank you, or let's do it. Derek had the correct confusion about, wait, you want to do this? And the one thing that he thought after heights and all that I would be against was the fact of the cost. The cost with tax and everything, even not the upgraded one, like the normal, just tour the mountain and come back, no landing on a glacier, was going to be about $1,000. And he was kind of getting apprehensive about that because we've been doing this for a year now with no jobs, on savings. So to spend $1,000 just on an hour and a half excursion is not like something we would do. He looked at me and was like, so do you want to do this? And he's like, I'm about to hit, like, submit the payment. This is the price. Are you sure? And I was like, people spend $1,000 to go to, like, Cleveland. So, like, do it. So we did it. And it was a lot prettier than Cleveland. You know what I mean? You got to put things in perspective. And it was a once in a lifetime. It was amazing. We're not doing that every day, every weekend, or every month. That's a once in a lifetime thing. And it was remarkable. And I'm happy we did it. What about you?
Ditto.
He takes what he can get from me. Real quick, we had the pizza earlier, and I had a calzone. It was really good. It had a reindeer sausage, which, when in Rome, you gotta do it. It tasted it wasn't gamey at all. It was good. It just tastes like sausage, just like Blitzen, or Cupid. I just got a wine and he got a drink, an IPA. Then we walked a little bit further and went to the brewery, Denali Spirits, Talkeetna, Alaska, Denali Spirits. And I got a blueberry mojito, just basic little drink for me. And it said that it was draft cocktails. So I was like, okay, so it's not like they're making it. It's just going to be like, I don't know, bland. I don't know. Not as exciting. And I got it. And then the bartender, not even our bartender, but the other one was like, oh, she got that drink. I'm like, it was the first one on the menu. Apparently, it used to be 18% alcohol. And now it's 13. She was talking to another customer about the drink that I got. And she's like, yeah, all of us bartenders have a story for when we had the blueberry mojito. And he goes, what's your story? And she goes, oh, I flipped a kayak. And then they looked at me. I go, I want a story. I'm not going to have a story. I'm just hanging out. So naturally, we left the little town and went to the actual brewery where they actually brew it. Not to get it from the source, but to get to go. I'm going to get a 6-pack to go for later. But since we're here, might as well have one. And let the doggy out. Get some air in the hair. Pete, what do you think? Was this fun? Do you enjoy? Did you want some condensation? Oh yeah. Good times. Cheers.